Grease turned into nothing more than a piece of cloak. Did y'all catch that? A piece of cloak. Hey guys, it's your girl Aisha, aka GeekXX Chic, and we are back with another season of Solo Leveling. I'm actually really excited about this, guys. I enjoyed season 1 a lot. So much that I actually went out and bought the first couple of volumes of the manga. Anyway, I'm happy that we're into season 2 and that we didn't have to wait that long for season 2. So I'm hoping that for a couple other animes from last year, we get the same turnaround. But digressing, this has been a joyful surprise. Watching this journey of our lead character go from being someone who didn't really do very well at anything to basically just working his butt off with this second chance he's been given at life within this. We still don't know what. We still don't exactly know what is given him this great advantage as far as his ability to skill up and level up and get these weapons. But either way, he's been taking that chance very seriously, ranking up, and we see that he's got an ally now in a good friend. I'm sorry, the names have slipped away from me, but they'll come back. He's developed a friend and a fellow guildmate because they want to create a guild of their own so that they can do their own dungeons and basically work the way that they want to and outside of the way that the guild structure has been set up in this world. But of course, because our friend is so damn good at these dungeons, it's drawing attention that he is going in and essentially soloing these dungeons, which should not be possible, and basically paying people to come and do nothing. So he's definitely garnered some attention, but for the most part, Jinu seems to be keeping a cool head. So I'm ready to jump into this season and see what fresh new nonsense we have. Let's jump into episode 1 of season 2, which is called You Aren't E-Rank, Are You? Right now, but just before we do, just a reminder that if you'd like to be in the know of when I drop episodes, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell. All right, that out of the way, let's go. Oops, pretty privilege should help you. Oh. We're gonna watch the intro, even though it's probably gonna have some spoilers. New character, who dis? Ooh, we're gonna get some sweet ass fights this season, guys. I'm excited. Yep, you're gonna be the most popular girl in school now, and they're gonna be like, so, you're Oni-chan. These girls are minors, ma'am. Yeah, exactly. That's a good question. Didn't think about that, but it's a good question. Oh. But can he stop her, though? Like, if she becomes of age, she can become a hunter if she wants to. Too small. I was about to say, you're kind of looking a bit like a black kettle calling a pot, you know? Okay. I'm glad, because I'm like, I don't think she's going to take anything that you say seriously, considering you're supposed to be an E-rank too. Alright, the brother of the a-hole. Yeah, as in, leave already. You can unclench. Oh, he's arrogant. We like that. That's the kind of stuff that'll get you killed. Good for you. Not intimidated. Why wouldn't they evolve? Why do you look like you're happy about this, bro? You're too old to fight. They're like, who are you now? Who are you? Okay. That means some pretty shiny armor. Good, I guess. そんなわけで今回の攻撃隊は A 級が1名。Okay. 残酷な現実を知れば考え直すと思ったが戦力型だ。Nope. I was about to say, even if they don't succeed, though, you're not going to let her die, and that's all she's going to need at this age. Kids be reckless. Right? Let's just step back. The fact that he's going in a suit. Right? Like, okay. Yeah, what was that? Satan? What's happening?
攻撃隊に連絡してください。リーバッ
Oh, I thought he was gonna try to filter out. Well, so much for him holding back. He's gonna have to expose himself now. Wait, that didn't come out right. Y'all know what I meant.
お兄さん、レッド
You
ゲ
don't
ー
even
ト
know
っ
what
て何なんですか？
You need to quit immediately.
計測値より数段上のモンスターが出現する。
Yep. Buckle up, E-Rank.
2級だから。
Ooh. Boo-boo-loos. Not an ice arrow. I know you're not hugging me right now, ma'am. Get up. You're supposed to be fighting.
ありがとうございます。
いや。アイスエルフ。あんな
We
と
have
ころに。
ourselves. Okay, that's what we saw in the intro.
中で一番弱い2人を狙うとは、2ヶ月前なら確実に俺だった。
Oh, we're so scared. Ooh, threaten some more.
ハンターたちの間で白い鬼、白鬼と呼ばれ恐れられている。
Ice Slayer.
知っての通り、このレッドゲートは孤立無縁の上、
Y'all having
難
this
易
big
度は
talk
B 級
in the open. Get out of the...
最もランクが高い俺の指示に従ってもらう。
Okay.
二手に分かれて進むことにする。
何？
少しでも生還率を上げるためだ。
Yeah, this does seem sus. Why would you send... You're the highest person
つ
here.
いていきます。俺も一緒に。
Yeah, everyone's gonna want to go to the A rank.
お前はダメだ。
Yep, so he's gonna want the lowest ranks to stay
Engak no
together.
Omae
Exactly, and then he wants his highest chance survival people.
最悪の場合数ヶ月かかる。お荷物は置いていくしかないんだよ。
私、向こ
She's like, I saw that man catch an arrow. I'm gonna stay with him, actually.
向上心か。愚かな女だ。
She gonna survive when you won't.
う E 級じゃないでしょ。
So yes, I am. Very much so.
よろしくね。どうも。
おい、
This actually works for him, though. No, this is good, though, because he's got at least one B rank, so if anything happens, he can hopefully shove it onto her and say she did it. Although, obviously, she's gonna probably blab. Or, it depends. We'll see. We'll see. She can either take the credit or she's gonna want to stick with him going forward.
B 級のパクヒジンもいる。なぜ俺はあいつがリーダーだと思ってるんだ。
You felt that energy, huh? He doesn't give that little base boy energy. Don't hurt the bears. You came to their house. Maybe they just want belly rubs. Ew. Okay. A-Rank has some skills. That's only one, though.
この森全体がアイスベアの縄張りなんです。遭遇する前に引き返しましょう。
Being in the clearing is not going to be any better, though.
ここが熊の縄張りなら、森にいる間は熊にだけ
Exactly.
気をつ
The
けてい
elves are a
る。
bigger problem.
理性のあるアイスエルフよりはマシでしょう。
See? Smart man.
そこまで考えが回りませんでした。
I know. He's like, that's why I'm the smartest one here.
やはり身を引いますね。
And he's like the least dressed, too. That's what sucks.
一着ずつどうぞ。
あ、空間魔法？
Sure.
これって上級ハンターでもレベルの低いアイテムを2、3個出すのが
Let's not talk about it. Just put the damn coat on.
お兄さん、マジで何者？
I'm an E rank. Let's keep going.
責任を持って守ってやる。その代わり何も聞くな。
That doesn't work. She's absolutely going to ask questions. She's probably going to fall in love with you as well.
俺には何も聞かず、何も要求しないこと。
Do you have any snacks in that summoning magic of yours? Maybe he just wants something to eat.
いうハンターでランクは
E,
E 級です。
technically.
再覚醒者ではないかと。それは確かです。
No. Juno. Too much of your business is getting out here, bro. So much for being low key.
なんだ。
This asshat.
孫ジヌって野郎だよ。こいつまで。
This guy's like, why is Juno so popular?
レッド
Like,
ゲートかよ。
the pretty privilege is real.
さすがレッドゲート。もらえる経験値が全然違う。
本当に何者ですか？
What did I just say about asking questions? Y'all not smart.
あれだけ暴れた後なのに、食後の運動って。
He kind of has to. It's a long story.
本当変な人。ですね。
Look who's falling in love already. Oh, he wants to make sure he gets as much leveling up as possible. Smart man. Hello, Undead Army. Do my dirty work for me, quickly. Is this your A1? Day 1? So badass. So these things are ghosts, right? Yeah, these bears can't actually kill them. Oh, he even has the mages. Y'all, okay, bears. See, I thought so. I'm like, you can't kill something that's dead already.
強力な火力の魔法で再生が早
Oh,
い
but it's draining his mana. That makes sense. Oh.
登場か
Here's the king bear. Oh, he even has the long hair. Got the bust down. He is a little strong for your undead army, looks like. Oh, he's got an AoE. Okay, guess that's it for them. Yeah, I don't think they were going to do much damage anyway.
イグリット
Hey, Igris. Come on, Igris, show what you're about. Igris turned into nothing more than a piece of cloak. Did y'all catch that? A piece of cloak. Not dragging the... Oh, Igris. Yeah, exactly. Damn. Even the bear is shocked. You still got room for an AoE in there? All right. Well done, Igris.
まだ俺の方が弱
Maybe,
いかも
because
しれない
I don't know that you could do all that yet, bro.
ご苦労だった
Very nice work indeed. How are you gonna explain all this? How's it going there, A rank? You were leaving them out there to die, right?
コギルドのエリートになる男だ
We'll see how that goes for you.
認めて
I feel
たま
like
る
it is
か
happening to you. Did you just run away screaming, bro? So was that the leader? Ooh, same markings as the bear. Interesting. Was that it? That's how we ended? Oh my gosh, it was so sudden. Even I didn't realize we were at the end of the... Oh my God. That's crazy. Okay, hold on. Let's get to the end here. Any scenes? All right, we don't even have a promo. Wow. Okay, guys. Wow, that shows you how out of... That shows you how long it's been since I've watched the Solo Leveling episode. That was just like done. We're done here, guys. That's it. Credits. That went by so fast. That really felt so short. But great way to bring in season 2. Like they said, we're not even gonna waste time. There's gonna be no preamble. We don't really need it though. We really already know Juno's story and kind of where he's at. But now we're kind of getting back into this is a new type of battleground. We've not seen a red dungeon before. We've definitely heard about the different lettered ranked dungeons, but it's the first time that we've seen. I don't think I remember them mentioning a red dungeon last season, but either way, we never saw one until now. And we see that the only reason Juno is there is because, well, you know, he's still trying to balance this whole trying to level up, but also he's trying to raise his sister. And he finds out she's doing well in school, which is great. But we see that the teacher lets him know that there are students in her age group, including some of her close friends, that are basically getting tested to be hunters and going in and doing dungeons. And she is wondering whether or not that's something he's okay with, because if he's not, then he needs to keep an eye on her basically, or, you know, just make sure that she's being looked out for. And he said immediately, like the way his eyes widened when she asked him if he'd be okay with her becoming a hunter, I was like, I don't even think Juno's thought about that properly, right? And that this happens a lot with people who are like caregivers or protectors in a family, right? Like Juno doesn't think anything of throwing himself into danger. Like he tested in order to take care of his family. Like that's why he even became a hunter, even though when he found out he was going to be an E rank, he was still like, it's fine. Like if this is what I have to do. And you know, he saw he was doing all the hard jobs, all these things. Like point being, he doesn't mind making himself a human punching bag for the sake of his family. But the idea of his sister doing it is something he can't even fathom. And it's interesting, you know, it's a little one-sided, but understandable, right? He's just thinking there's no way, like my job is to protect her. Plus he knows how brutal it is. He knows how bad it is. And of course he's gotten this miraculous second chance with whatever it is that's allowing him to level up, but there's no guarantee his sister, first of all, he doesn't know if his sister's gonna rank any higher than he did, but even more than that, he saw how brutal his first experience in a dungeon, or not his first, the one that led him to this life was. And so he doesn't want to risk her getting hurt. So anyways, in learning that this is something that could be a possibility, he finds out that her friend and classmate has become a hunter, and he decides to talk to her about it because I think he's afraid that potentially, first of all, he doesn't want her to do it either because she's young, but I think he's also somewhat worried that she could be an influence on his sister to potentially think of taking up this lifestyle herself. So he goes and he talks to her, and she just, now that she knows what the connection is, I think she was already kind of watching Jinu last time, but now she's definitely never never gonna not look for him, right? Now that he's kind of like, he's an E rank, but she's already seen that he's not a typical E rank at all. And this is where the problem is gonna end up happening with Jinwoo, is that as long as he's considered an E rank and keeps that low ranking status, like it worked when no one knew or cared who he was, but now that more people know his name and he's come out of way too many situations that he shouldn't have, he's gonna give a lot of E ranks a lot of false hope, I guess is my point. There's gonna be a lot of E ranks who are gonna think that, hey, well, Jinwoo is an E rank and he wiped out a whole dungeon by himself. Like, no, he's not a typical E rank, guys, no. But anyways, so this is what she's thinking, is that, you know, Jinwoo can't come to her and tell her anything because he's an E rank and he's going to dungeons and he's risking his life all the time, so why shouldn't she? And we haven't really established the ages here of Jinwoo and his sister, but I'm guessing to look at them, Jinwoo's not that much older. I'm thinking maybe a year, maybe 2 years older than his sister. So, you know, he doesn't have a whole lot of authority to tell anyone, especially in his sister's age range, that they shouldn't be doing this when he was doing that at the same age group, when he was their age. So anyway, he decides to take her to a training exercise of a higher ranked dungeon. And the whole point of it is he wants her to kind of see how crazy, because remember, she didn't go into the dungeon that when she went in the group with him last time. So he wants her to actually go in and see just how dangerous it is and, you know, kind of experience the fear of God, as it were. And of course, I think his plan was to sit back and kind of let things out. He wasn't going to let her die, obviously, but, you know, he wanted her to get a good scary experience. And that was his plan, right? It's like, oh yeah, with an A rank, a B rank or whatever. He's like, I mean, he didn't know there's going to be as many A and B's in that one. He thought it was going to be like a few C level people and maybe a B. So he thought like it's going to be tough enough that she's going to see that it's not easy, but they should still be successful. But then when he saw there was going to be an A rank and so many B ranks, he was like, okay, actually they're probably going to make it a little too easy, but either way, she'll at least get an idea of how hard it is. But we see that as soon as he gets in there, it changes to a red dungeon, which, like I said, new for us. And kind of a good thing that it did happen, because we see that that other guy, what was his name? The brother of the guy who died last season, the guy that Jinwoo had to take out because he was trying to kill him and his business partner in the dungeon. His brother is now back in Japan, and we already know from last season he is focused on finding Jinwoo and taking him out, because he's like, no, I know my brother well enough to know that there's no way he was going to die in no dungeon, especially one that was a lower rank than he was, and especially with that group. The fact that the two weakest walked out, something went down, and I want to know what happened, and then I'm going to take him out. So anyways, he's back in Japan, and his whole plan is to go to Japan, find Jinwoo, wipe him out, and then be back on a plane before dinner. Like, that's what he's thinking. But anyways, thankfully, because the dungeon turned red, he went there and he's not able to follow Jinwoo in, because that's what he planned to do, is go into a dungeon and then take him out, because that's the way to do it without getting caught, right? That was established last season. So anyway, that didn't happen, but it's interesting because when he shows up, then all the people there are all like, how come everyone is talking about Jinwoo, wants to know about Jinwoo? Like, my point being, Jinwoo has been trying to keep a low profile, or so he said last season, but that is clearly not happening. He's got a lot of different guilds now who have their eye on him, and now seeing that this guy who is obviously got a reputation, that he's too is looking for Jinwoo. Yeah, point being, when Jinwoo gets out of this dungeon, which is going to be another big thing that and again, I think it's going to be him and potentially his whole group that all are the ones who survive, the low rankers, which again, this is all the A rankers' idiot fault, because if he hadn't split them up by rank. But anyway, when that happens, Jinwoo is going to be even more so on the radar. There'll be no more hiding. There'll be no more, oh no, I'm just an E rank. No one's going to believe him anymore. Inside of the red one, we see that it's crazy. They're transported to a different location entirely. It's a winterscape, even though it's summer in Japan. And we now have a new race who've been introduced to, ice elves, and they have a really cool design, I gotta say. But anyways, there's ice elves, there's these new ice bears, and Jinwoo seems to know quite a bit about it, which I don't know if he's actually done a red one before. He's just done his research. I'm not sure, but either way, we see once they get there, Jinwoo actually manages to catch one of the ice arrows that was aimed at the lowest ranked, right? Because obviously these ice elves can see the ranks of the different people, much like he does in some way. And so they lose one of their E rank, or was it E or B? No, it would have been no, it was a C rank. Yeah, they lose their C rank, and then the other arrow was aimed at the young girl, right? Because she was an E rank. But it shows, because he said, yeah, they obviously took out the two weakest ones first, and Jinwoo said that would have been me 2 months ago. But now, he now knows that these ice elves clearly have the ability to sense that he's no longer actually an E rank, right? So anyway, he catches the arrow, keeps her from dying, and then we see one of the B rank girls sees this, and she's like, and no one else did, because it happened so fast. And so she realizes there's something off, because like the amount of, the reaction time for him to do that, the speed that he had to move on was definitely not an E rank thing. He should have died is the bottom line. But anyway, we see that after that, the A ranker, who already was in a mood because he didn't want to take the 2 E rankers anyway, he's like, we're going to split up because there's no way I can command all of you. And he basically splits it down the middle to say, like, all of the people who are C rank and lower, you guys go together, and then the A and B rank, we're going to go together. So he's basically saying, I think you're all going to die. You're dead weight to me. We're going to be in here for hours possibly, and I don't have time to take care of you. So anyways, understandably, well, actually the one girl, like I said, who noticed the arrow, she says, I'm going to go with the lower class because she saw that Jinwoo is special, but he was like, whatever, if you feel sorry for them, go ahead. And we see that the other C ranker is like, please don't leave me with these guys. And he's like, too bad for you. So that's how they split up. And then we see as they kind of go and they move through, Jinwoo says, we're going to go in the forest. You guys go wherever you're going to go. And, as Jinwoo gets into the forest, and of course we hear that the B ranker is like, look, we shouldn't be going to the forest. This is Ice Bear territory. They're very strong. We're not prepared to take care of them. And Jinwoo's like, yeah, but there are going to be only things we have to worry about because the ice elves are not going to come in here and be wanting to fight the bears and us. So we're good here, right? This is a safer place. And she's like, okay. But she was like, you know what? You've got a good point. Like, that's only one enemy versus the elves, which are much more intelligent. They can set traps. They can sneak up, all these other things. The bears are going to, attack instinctively. So she's kind of like, all right, that's another tick for why Jinwoo's different. And then we see that Jinwoo uses his inventory and takes out warm clothes for everybody because, again, they are not dressed for winter weather and hypothermia is a real thing. So of course they're like, how, right? Where did you get all that? And he's just like, look, the condition of me continuing to not let you die is that we don't talk about it. You don't ask me no questions, just do as I say and we'll get out of this. So of course that's really not going to work, right? I mean, they may stop asking him questions, but there's no way they're going to forget this. But my guess is that this is going to be that B ranker that we've been introduced to, the girl. She's probably going to want to go wherever Jinwoo goes after this if she survives. So my guess is she's going to probably join their guild because they do need 20 people, I believe, to create, they have to complete 20 dungeons. But the point is they're going to need people to make a guild. So I feel like she's going to be one of the people who will want to join his guild when this is all said and done. And basically he said that the reason he's even showing out like this is because he brought the girl, the teenage girl in there, and he's like, you're my sister's friend. I brought you in here. So I'm going to protect you because I feel responsible. So that's basically what happened. We see that he took down all of the bears. Basically, everybody sat back and watched him do it. And they even, gave them food out of it. And then when he realized he was getting a decent amount of XP for it, we see that he tried out his new ability as the, necromancer lord that he is now and took out basically all the bears. So that's crazy because now Jinwoo has eliminated one of the major threats that's in this area. Like, we don't know if there's more, but at this point, we've only seen ice bears and the ice elves. So that obviously made things a lot easier for his side. And then we saw that on the other side, the A ranker was going up against the ice elves and it wasn't going well because, he had to fight the bears for God knows how long. Most of his team is actually, I think they're all down now. All of his people he brought with him are down, and the ice elves have gathered. Like, I think there's at least 10 of them or so that were just gathered there looking at him and just cackling in his face. And he basically freaked out. He ran away, which is understandable because he's like, what am I gonna do? Like, they're wiping us out. He didn't even hear the guy who crept up behind him. He's exhausted and he's alone. He's cold. So yeah, it's not going well for him. And then we just kind of got a glimpse of one of the other ice elves, who I'm assuming is probably the boss of this level. So they've let us as an audience know that the next battle is not going to be easy because it's not going to just be the boss. They're going to have to take out all the other ice elves that are in this place. So we'll have to see how it all goes down now as the episode. I don't know if we're going to wrap it all up in the next episode, but it looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. And that's, like I said, a crazy way to kick off the season. But again, showing why this show is so badass. I'm looking forward to the very epic battle. I mean, we even saw with Ygritte going up against that king bear there. Like, that was really, really cool. So it's going to be a fun season, guys. I'm looking forward to it. So that's it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed watching along with me. If you did, please show some love, and I'll see you in the next one.